I had started ketamine therapy and I was on a cruise ship with my husband. We were on a trip and I was keeping to my protocol. I had to do it once a week. And I like that you say that, it doesn't happen until you're kind of ready. And I've been ready for a while. I'd say probably the past year. It was like, okay, I've got to get down to the nitty gritty on what happened to me when I was 9 years old. And bam, just like that, I was on that journey, which kind of feels like you're hypnotized to a certain extent when you're on ketamine, but it like showed everything that happened to me in one night. And I describe it on the episode of like, you remember those slide carousels that we'd have when we were little, and we had one little memory trapped inside of one little piece of cardboard. And it
Yeah.
was this carousel and it was like, and it just showed me everything that happened to me when I was 9. And it was like, holy shit. And I was weeping, but it was like good weeping. It was like my soul was weeping. It needed it so bad to make sense of the next carousel that was put in front of me, which showed me all of the things that happened after that. And it kind of gave me a why behind a lot of my behavior, a lot of my patterns, and how those continued on into my adult years and did not protect me at all.
Yeah.
And now I'm in this whole place of protecting myself, but protecting myself now is different than it was before, because now, and again, this is just very recent that this has been happening with me. I'm protecting myself from continuing on with behaviors and patterns that started from this one event, and not blaming that event for it anymore, but more so going, okay, that shaped who I am. That shaped all the good things about me as well as the bad things. But now it's time to do some clearing and getting rid of that, because I feel like it's all trapped in my bod. And I could literally point to exact places where I feel that shit's trapped in me.
Yeah, agreed. I had many panic attacks bringing stuff out of my body before. It
Oh, I
was
bet. Yeah.
crazy.
I'm almost having a little one right now thinking about doing it.
There's a there's a great book called The Body Keeps the Score that talks about
We
that.
talk
Yeah.
about it all the
Okay,
time
all right,
on this show.
gotcha. All right.
No, but
I'll
talk
shut
about
up
it,
now.
because if you haven't, no, don't ever shut up. Please, we love you. No, but we've talked about it all the time. Season 1, 2, and 3, we talk about The Body Keeps the Score, because it does. It keeps the score, whichever kind of game you're playing. It doesn't just have to be football.
Oh yeah. I love that book. I have a beef with it. This is the only book that I've ever yelled at in my life.
I have so many copies of it because they all have fallen apart. Yeah.
Love the book. He needs to publish an additional chapter on what actually heals that stuff. You know what I mean?
Can you give us just a little more?
Yeah. Well, it's like, when we did the unspinning before, we were able to affect your body with what was going on in your mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's another good book, stop me if you've heard this one, but Answer Cancer, great book. But he talks about how like cancer and, autoimmune stuff, things like that are the result of what he calls a sensitizing event. In other words, trauma, shock to the system.
Yeah.
But the stuff going on in the body is controlled by the mind. So you can do the yoga and the exercise and things like that. And that's brilliant. It's wonderful. It's necessary. But until you fix what's going on in the mind, that stuff can keep coming back. So, you got to be holistic about it, body and mind.